welcome to the National Critics' Choice Online News. I'm Robin Stienberg, say at Hyatt for the Hyatt column around the world. And for those who are traveling here in Singapore and Southeast Asia, let me introduce to you Yahava KoffeeWorks that's based here in Singapore. And I have a coffee sales manager here, Mr. Ian Consulta, right here on my show. Mr. Ian is an expert and a connoisseur for coffee, and we're going to discuss more about Yahava's presence here in Singapore. Mr. Ian, welcome to my show.
Yeah, thank you.
Say Hyatt, and tell me, what is the philosophy of coffee, for Yahava?
Well, philosophy of a good cup of coffee, or for Yahava, is being honest to the people. What is your product? Making sure that they know the story behind all the beans that you're carrying. At the same time, letting them enjoy the time that they spend time here. So we have like coffee tastings for them to try different types of variety, and that's on the house. We have all the baristas are very professional, very knowledgeable. For any kind of question you ask and throw it to us, we will try our best to answer that. And at the same time, if you don't know anything about coffee, we'll be here to discuss about that to you, how to brew a nice cup of coffee back home.
Wow.
And enjoy it.
Amazing. And here at Yahava, you can learn it, taste it, and and brew it here for free at Yahava. And of course, another question for Ian is that how did Yahava start?
Well, it all started 10 years ago when this guy we called Coffee Baron. We have different names here. I'm actually the coffee agent. We have the Coffee Baron. The Coffee Baron is the founder, and he's currently now in Vietnam riding a bike.
Wow.
Searching for a good cup of coffee back in Vietnam, and for us to have it here in Yahava. So he loves coffee very much. It all started back then in Papua New Guinea, when he started learning about different types of beans in Papua New Guinea, and then we went back to Australia and opened up a small cafe and a roastery. Now, 10 years later, it became four shops right now, and including Singapore. We are a franchise here outside Margaret River, or outside Western Australia. We do roastings, educate more people about the beans, bring in different beans that never seen around the world. We have trainings, massive trainings. We recently had one guy flew out there for 10 days just to do more and learn more training about beans. How do you convey your message to your customers? Because that's the most important thing. Letting them know that Yahava is not just a cafe, it's not just a roastery, it's something else. It's an adventure in the cup.
Wow.
Yeah, altogether.
Yahava, the adventure in the cup. Yeah, please don't forget to come by in Singapore to try out the Yahava coffee. And does Yahava also has other branches in Asia?
Currently, this is the first franchise in Asia, and we're soon we're still soon planning to expand small kiosks in about CBD area. But that will be a future plan.
It's very nice, very nice. Don't forget to come by Yahava once again. And what is a good coffee on a personal note? How do you start out loving coffee so much? I mean, it's not very many people could really get into the coffee business unless they love coffee.
Yeah,
like they say. So what's your secret?
my secret is one is passion. The next is dedication to your work. I was introduced to coffee when I was young, because back then our family business is packaging of coffee and selling to the supermarket. And then after the national service here in Singapore, that was 2 years service, and then I started being a barista part-time in one of the cafe chains in Vivo City. And there I learned about how to brew a good cup of espresso, cappuccinos and latte. That further entices me to join the national competitions. So I've been joining different competitions and managed to win some of the top-notch awards back then. But I'm still aiming for the champion to represent Singapore in the World Barista Championship. But that will be hopefully next year. And then sparks a lot of interest about coffee, and I love sharing knowledge about what is coffee and how do you appreciate it. And every day I can't live without coffee. Yeah.
Wow.
It is
And
fantastic.
how many cups of coffee do you have per
Well,
day?
last time was too much, about almost 12. Now
Oh,
I control to 4 to 3 in a day. Yeah.
No problem.
It's addictive.
Well, good. That's what good coffee is all about. And folks, please don't forget to come by Yahava once again. And what's next for Yahava? I heard that you guys are planning or have been organizing, classes and connoisseurs, food management whatsoever. What's next?
Well, what's next is Barista Academy in Singapore, and it will be hosted by me and another guy. He's a family. Both of us went to the national competitions and learned a few tips here and there from the national judges and the world judges. And we want to share that passion to people who wants to know more about espresso, or cappuccinos, or latte, or make a real good cup of coffee, or use this as a profession for the future. So we are trying to organize a barista basic workshop. It's just a basic classes about how to tab, dose, and brew good espresso. And furthermore is to learn more about different types of beans around the world. That's the most important part. So we have coffee appreciation workshops. We have a latte art workshop soon as well.
Wow.
So yeah, those nice designs in your cup and
Yes. A good coffee in a cup.
yeah,
Yes.
precisely. Hope you enjoy it.
Yes. Don't forget, Yahava is best. And so, all these programs that you guys are putting together, are they sponsored by Yahava or is it by the Coffee Association in Singapore?
Basically, we are not in member of any association at the moment. It is Singapore. It will be certificate and done by Yahava.
Okay.
But of course, our curriculum is following the world standards. At the same time, we are trying to get in a few stamps in our certificate. So there's like specialty coffee associations and something like that in the world. And yeah, with our recognitions, like we have I myself is a national winners and
Yeah,
all
of
that.
course.
So that carries a little bit of weight on the certificate. At the same time, the most important is what you will learn. It's not about the certificate; it's what you will learn and do it in a practical way. Yeah.
No. Any special guests that's
Yeah.
coming to Yahava to the academy?
Sorry.
Do you have any special guests that's coming to the academy to deliver any lectures and
Special guests itself, we have few Australian counterparts back in Australia. So one of the weekdays or weekends, if they are here, they will be around. Like last month, June, we conducted a coffee appreciation workshop in Civil Service Club, and that is at Tessenson Clubhouse. Judy was here, one of our lady Australian counterpart, and she speak about different types of coffee back in Australia and how's the culture back there and compared to Singapore, because currently we have a very very far away culture in terms of coffee. Yeah, so that it's more about giving knowledge here, letting them know that there's a difference between different types of coffee, not just about the bitter, but there's a lot of profound flavor inside.
No. Tell me, what is the coffee trends today in Singapore and Southeast Asia? What do you see the future of coffee going even for Yahava?
That's 5 years ago. Literally, like they don't know what's lattes and what is cappuccinos. Comparing right now, people will start to know what's lattes and a cappuccino. They know a lot of specialty roasteries around Singapore. Yahava just marked 1 year yesterday. With that, we have a lot of pools of regulars, and the workshop started with the regulars first. Then, by word of mouth, people will know and hear about different types of coffee. So, tasting is the most important for us. So we are planning to do more tastings every time. It's Monday is 7 days a week, starting from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
We're going to ask Yahava right now, Ian, who is the sales agent here in Singapore, about what would be the best advice for those who are going to try out Yahava's coffee for the very first time. So, since this is my first time to your cafe,
Yeah.
and really, it's beautiful. I must confess, and I need to ask you, what would you recommend for a first timer that steps into Yahava Cafe?
Sure. Later this week, we are trying to organize we call it a coffee trail.
The coffee trail.
Yeah.
Oh.
So on our floor, you will find some marks and footmarks. All you have to do is just to follow that coffee trail, and we'll let you know what is this Yahava KoffeeWorks is. And we'll start from the door, going to the map with different types of booths around the world, and then going to the slides with seeing different types of slides and information about beans, all the way back to our tastings. So tasting, there will be one barista talking about different types of beans. There will be 3 types of beans for you to try, and starting from the most lightest one, medium, and heavier taste coffee. So you have different types of taste, and at the same time, we'll travel all the way back to our bean section, bean selection. So you will see 12 different types of bean selections with blends and single origin, ending up all the way to our barista coffee machines and espresso machine, whereby baristas whipping up different types of designs in your cup, latte arts and all that.
Yes. And speaking about coffee,
Yeah.
this happens to be a VIP cup, what I was told. And if you want to get a VIP cup, man, please ask for it. Just have to pay a little bit more, but that's okay.
It's alright.
It's the experience
price.
that counts. It's the experience. It's priceless.
Yeah.
And coming to Yahava, we're going to conclude with one last question for Ian. That is, could you give 3 life lessons, in your experience, and for those who love coffee and those who are wanting to get into the business of coffee, how do they able to educate and sell coffee?
I think if, let's say, I'm putting myself as a business and wanted to open a business as a cafe, first thing I need to have is passion. Because without a passion, what you're doing, you don't have the push to do whatever you want. And second is like your concept must be real different from anybody. If you copycat, it's not good. So you have to be unique. You have to do something new, original. Yes. And third is about the people. You have to take care of your staff, yourself as well, and the customers. And for me, that's the most important part, the people. If the people are working with you motivated, they're giving you a lot of ideas, a lot of time, a lot of dedication to their jobs, and that makes your business grow. As a matter of fact, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now the secret from a personal perspective from Ian, who's here at Yahava, is all about passion and having a different concept and as an original, of course, and of course the people who are motivated to work together as a team. And here at Yahava, it's the most important thing that you should know, and that is, it's not just about money, it's about the experience in customer service.
Yeah.
Once again, Ian, thank you for joining us
Thank you,
here
Robin.
at the Stay with Hyatt. And thank you for being with us today at Stay with Hyatt at the National Prince Choice. I'm Robin Steinberg. Thank you for watching.